Have confidence in yourself that you can get it done, and have confidence in yourself the way that you are, because that's important. Like, if I never get to 155 pounds, I don't care, because I feel good and I feel that I look good and my confidence is growing. So having confidence is very important, and it will definitely help you get over the hard time. What's poppin', Bab Squad? It's your girl, Bree Angelique, and I am back for another video. So if you are not a loyal member of the Bab Squad, make sure that you subscribe to my channel right now, turn on your notification bell, like this video, and let's get into it. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about my entire weight loss journey. I'm going to have 7 different parts to kind of just explain to you the details of my journey, and then I'm going to answer your questions more directly in the Q&A. So if you are interested in how I lost weight, make sure you stick around for this video. All right, so number 1, we are going to talk about what size was I growing up. So I don't know exactly how much I weighed when I was born, but I was a chunky little chocolate little baby, okay? So all my baby pictures and pretty much all my pictures up until middle school, I was pretty hefty, very big cheeks, tummy, and fat thighs. I was always a little insecure about my weight once I got into, I think, 4th grade. 4th grade was a year of pure fuckery. I was being bullied by these little ugly ass buck too fast boys, and I felt real insecure about my weight, and I think that's the first time that I ever felt insecure about my weight. But then when middle school rolled around, I had PE, I think every day or every other day, I don't know, but my PE teacher ran our asses off, okay? So we were running around neighborhoods, we was running around the gym, running around fields, like none of us were fat. So we were all fit, and then I had a freaking army, like an old army general or something like that for my PE teacher in high school. So as you can imagine, I went to Roosevelt. We had the same exact classes every day. So gym was my 8th period. So I was on that track every day for 2 years, 8th period. So needless to say, sis was slim. But then came college. College kind of trashed everything. Here goes a picture of me from when I was a baby. Here's a picture of me from like elementary school, middle school, from high school, and here's a picture of me from college. Number 2, what sparked the change? What sparked the change in my weight, or like wanting to get my weight under control, was honestly a mixture of a bunch of different things. My self-confidence was lacking. I was feeling depressed. I was having a few little health issues. And I just didn't feel cute. Like, I felt sloppy, and like I just didn't like it. So because of that, I decided I'm gonna get my shit together and change it. What made it a little easier, or a lot easier, was getting into a healthy space. So I moved into an apartment with my boyfriend. Say hey, bae. Hey. The way he eats was a lot different than how I ate. He eats a lot cleaner. He ate more like raw vegetables and like fruit and shit. And we didn't fry a lot of stuff that I was used to frying. And he's allergic to seafood, and he's allergic to nuts. So like a lot of the shit that I would eat, like snack wise, would have nuts in it, like, or a mixture of like nuts and chocolate, and he also doesn't like chocolate. And so I would be like, okay, I could buy this big thing and eat it all by myself, or just not get it. And so that was kind of like putting into perspective what I was actually eating. Like I could actually see that, like, wow, okay, this stuff really isn't good for you. So that was the first like major switch that made everything work as far as losing weight, because I had been trying to lose weight before, but nothing ever really panned out. An important part in losing weight and just like becoming a healthier person overall, you have to cut off certain people. So I cut off some friends. Well, they weren't friends, they were fake ass bitches, and they exposed themselves to be fake ass bitches, and therefore got cut off. And cut off like all ties with exes, all ties with like just people who are toxic, except for one person who has slipped through the cracks. But when you share blood with people, what can you do? Moving along. I also want to have children. So when you are overweight, it can create reproductive issues. It wasn't a reproductive issue, but I was having like hypo or hyper, I can't remember which one, thyroid issues, and it was associated with like my weight. And then I had a pre-diabetes scare, and because my dad has diabetes and pretty much everyone on his side of the family has diabetes and high cholesterol, high blood pressure, some bullshit, and my mom's side of the family has like cancer genes and shit, I just really needed to get my life in order and like just be healthier overall so that I could try to duck and dodge some of these mess that could be coming to me through my genetics. A month or so ago, I went to the OBGYN and I was 160. The other day when I went, I was 164. But 160 is my lowest weight. 164 is my current weight. Yesterday or the day before that, I kind of was talking to Teddy, and I think my goal weight is going to be 155. I think I don't want to go any lower than that. And I am going to just tone from there and focus on, you know, just, I got this from Care, focus on what I see in the mirror rather than what I see on the scale. Shout out to you, bitch. I left my scale in my old house, so I don't know if I don't go back to the doctor when the next time I'm even going to weigh myself is, but I'll keep y'all posted. I lost the weight by making sure I was eating smaller portions, so until broccoli gave me like the worst gas of my lifetime a couple weeks ago, I was doing lots of broccoli or lots of whatever the vegetable was and like a little less of whatever starch than I was normally used to eating. I think sometimes I cut out dessert and like replaced it with other stuff, but I'll get into that in the Q&A because someone asked me a really good question about that. We cut out juice other than cranberry juice. We pretty much cut out for a while, and we were drinking mostly water. Right now we drink ginger ale a lot. Well, I drink it more than Teddy, but I drink it a lot because it tastes good. It's a soda, so I think it's like low-key addictive, but it also, and most importantly, helps my stomach. We cut out the juice and the soda, and we exercised. I cannot even tell y'all for real what my exercise schedule was because I don't really think I had one. I think it was more so I get on waves and then I stop. But because we've been in Florida, most of my weight loss has been down here. It's hot as hell. That's number one. Number two, last year, like 2017, I was walking pretty much everywhere. No, 2017. I was walking pretty much everywhere because I had a job on campus. So I was walking to the bus stop, to my job, from my job, back to the bus, back home. Like, it was a lot of walking, and it was every day. So I just got a lot of consistent exercise like that. Then the summer that we were homeless and moving around, Teddy and I were running pretty consistently for like maybe a month. Running like, what is that, half a mile every morning?
Yeah.
And most importantly, cut back on the drama in your life. Okay, like drama is like 20 pounds. Just like you. Finally, for the final part of my journey, before we get into the Q&A, I must say the hardest part was honestly the running. I hate running. It hurts. Like I just cannot stand it, and I can't breathe right when I run. But I just do it, and it's like a mental thing you have to get to. Like, you know what you want to look like, you know what your goal is, so you just have to do the shit to get it done. Like, you know what I mean? So running was hard, but it's not that bad anymore. Being consistent, I'm pretty much shitty with being consistent in every aspect of my life. YouTube is probably the first thing I've been this most consistent with other than school. So there's that. So consistency was definitely hard, especially in the things that I was eating. Like eventually, and it didn't really take that long, but I started liking eating the way I was eating. But it was hard at first because I was just used to eating other shit. Like the way my parents and my family eats is so unhealthy. It's so unhealthy. It's your typical Southern foolishness. Like, at any given time, there's crackers, cookies, candy, and all sodas and all types of stuff in the house. Like, we eat everything fried over there. Everything's like heavily seasoned. Like, it's delicious, but it's not good for you. So that was hard, being consistent with my diet. And then the last thing that's hard for me, which is hard for me again in every aspect of my life, is just patience. Like, just not seeing instant results. Like, it's so easy to gain weight and so hard to lose it. And I'm sure it's opposite for a lot of people. But for me and everyone like me, it's so hard. It's so hard. So being patient is like the hardest part of it all. Like putting in the work consistently and then like still having to wait on the results. Like wait on the results. But again, wasn't that bad. So now we're going to work our way into the Q&A segment. I'm going to read the person who asked the question, read the question, and then answer it. And it's all in my journal. So I'm going to be looking over here and looking at the camera. Okay. So Young Dark Herb wanted to know what I changed in my diet, the process, and that includes diet, fitness, and motivation. So like I said, I changed my portions. I changed the types of things I was eating. As far as fitness goes, we were running, walking. It all started off with a jog. Like, don't think sis was out here running miles just sprinting. No, everything started off with like a nice brisk walk, and then a jog, and then like a jog/walk, and then a run. Like, it was a process, okay? And what kept me motivated was just keeping in mind like what I wanted to look like, and like just being healthier. Like, most of all, I just wanted to be healthy. I don't like taking medicine. I don't like going to the doctor. So if that's how I'm gonna be, then I need to be healthy, period. _Jean_Neen wants to know, said, tell me how to eat right because I don't have that skill. Laugh my ass off. This is the most important advice I can give. Eat what you want, but portions. Like, eat what you want, but be responsible. Just know whatever you put in your body, you're going to have to work off, okay? So, that being said, how much do you want to run, sis? How many miles you trying to run? Oh, all right. Black Girl Things wants to know my workout routines, diet, do's and don'ts when losing weight. I wrote some of this stuff down, some of the answers down ahead of time. Say run or jog a mile, work on your breathing, and make sure you stretch, drink water, and do squats. And then just insert all the food advice I've given so far right here. Diet do's. Eat what you like. Be mindful of your portions and your seasoning. Be mindful of snacking. So you can snack, but what are you snacking on? Like, do like a trail mix or some fruit, or like even gummies. If you're used to snacking on like brownies and donuts, then switching over to fruit snacks is actually a big change. So like, assess what you do and just make it a little better. Drink lots of water and lots of cranberry juice. So cranberry juice just cleans out the urinary system. Especially if you're a woman, it's important to drink some cranberry juice. Like, maybe like once a week, just drink like a glass. But I'm not a doctor. That's just what I do. That's what I do for the do's. For the don'ts, do not starve yourself. Don't starve yourself, because if you starve yourself, you actually don't lose weight. Right, babe? Right. Number 2, do not become scale obsessed. This scale is just a number. It's a guideline, like a soft guideline, kind of like a check-in, but you don't need to be living your whole life on the scale. I think I was scale obsessed for like a week or 2. Right, babe?
Yes, you were.
Scale obsessed for like a week or 2. So like, you don't need to do that. Just act right, and the scale will read accordingly. Like, I promise, it's gonna be fine. Just don't get scale obsessed, because when you do, it's hard to stop checking your weight. What number was I on? 3? 3, do not over sweeten or over salt things. It's unnecessary. Just salt enough for it to taste good, and don't give yourself diabetes or high cholesterol or high blood pressure, whatever one you get from salt. 4, I would say cut back on fast food. The way that Teddy and I do it now is we go to like mom and pop shops or like small town restaurants that's like fast food, but at the same time they're smaller, so they care more about the food that they're making, and a lot of the times it's made for the order and not just mass produced for the day. Pretty Young TT wants to know food tips, like how to eat healthy but not salad all day. All right, so y'all keep asking me about food, and luckily I have a lot of information on food, so I can keep switching it up. But so I would say to you, make the things that you like to eat out in the house. It'll save you some money. It'll be made better. And then you learn how to cook. Like, everybody wins. For example, I don't know the last time we went to a steakhouse. Last time Teddy and I went to a steakhouse was on my birthday, because we realized with our Sam's Club membership, we could get steak and garlic butter on our own, and we can make it at the house and put it with whatever we want to put it with. We can save it, and we save money and time, because let's be real, like, it takes less time to cook dinner at your house than it does to go out to eat. And then you still have to tip somebody when you go. And then you're going to want alcohol when you could just buy a bottle of $5 Arbor Mist and have it in your house. Like, do that instead of going out all the time, and I promise you, you'll see some differences. And another example of what I mean by assess what you eat and then just make it better. For example, if you eat like ice cream sundaes twice a week, then change that to like orange sherbet once a week. Like, it's small stuff like that. You don't have to necessarily go completely vegan or pescatarian or whatever just to eat better. Like, it doesn't have to be that drastic. Mel Holly 26 wants to know, what must I do to be like you? Be you, boo. I love you. Banana Boat Blue says, what did you change about your diet? Did you also change your circle of friends? So I'm not going to address the diet part, but I am going to address the circle of friends. Cut off your toxic exes. Assess your best friendships and make sure they're actually good. And yeah, that's about it for that. It will do wonders. But also, just to be clear, I wasn't cutting people off because I was trying to lose weight. People were showing themselves to be dickheads as I was losing weight. And so the timeline kind of just matched up. But I wasn't just trying to purge people because I was trying to lose 20 pounds. Like, it's not that deep. Erica with _C says, length. When did you start and how did you get over hard times? I went through a lot. At first, there was a personal trainer involved. And then I sprained a toe or ankle or something. Then I quit that whole shit. And then then things started picking up and getting better. And I started being more consistent. So I would say it's still ongoing. It started in summer 2016 and I'm still going. As far as hard times, I got over hard times from the support of my boo, my friends, my family. Confidence, just have confidence in yourself that you can get it done, and have confidence in yourself the way that you are, because that's important. Like, if I never get to 155 pounds, I don't care, because I feel good and I feel that I look good and my confidence is growing. So having confidence is very important, and it will definitely help you get over the hard times. YouTube helped, just watching other people go through their weight loss journeys. Creating on YouTube helped, because looking at myself in the camera, it's like, okay, sis, I don't like that extra row we got going on under our chin, so we need to rectify that. And you know, it just keeps you in check. Like, I like it. I don't know. My 600-pound life. Okay, I be snacking watching that show, but my 600-pound life keeps my whole shit in order, okay? Like, I am never going to get that big. And by being so determined to not get to 600 pounds, somehow I'm staying under 2. Motivation in strange places. Most importantly, celebrate every stage of progress that you make. Celebrate it, because at the end of the day, no matter who's supporting you or what's going on, like, that's all you. Like, you're getting it done. So just make sure you keep that in mind and just motivate yourself through that. Like, be like, okay, so this is what I used to look like. This is what I look like now, and I'm not done, but I'm still that bitch, so I'm gonna get there. Like, see what I'm saying? And that is the end of the Q&A, which means we are at the end of the weight loss video. If you have any more questions for me, let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I explained things well enough. But again, like I said, if you are confused about anything or want to know more or just want to talk about stuff, go ahead and hit me up in the comments. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, turn your notification bell on, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye guys.